who happens to be a physician also in the studio of Asaase Radio. I remember we're live on 99.5 in Accra, 98.5 in Kumasi, 100.3 in Cape Coast, 99.7 in Tamale. My name is Knii Lante, and already I'm getting some messages over here. This one is coming from Ben Sakaway. You understand? Ben Sakaway says, Knii Lante, I think we have a big problem with recording, record keeping. So Dr. Knii Lante is totally forgotten. Charlie, why? Charlie, why you there my head inside? My brother, are you in my head? Eh?
Easy.
Ghana, that is our biggest problem. You understand me? A man will be pushing hard and nobody will recognize his or her hard work. Now listen, when you step into the limelight, that is where you see the culture vultures. They will feed on you. They will say, oh, they did that and they did this for you and that for you, and because of that, you must give them reverence. But when you were pushing, nobody wanted to recognize you. You know what I mean?
Easy.
Ghana is a funny country when it comes to some of these things. I have Dr. Knii Lante in the building. Doc!
Yes.
How are you doing, Doc?
Charlie. Irie. If I'm permitted to say so, yeah.
Easy.
So Doc, tell me, we're live on 4 radio stations across the country. Talking about my people in the north, my people in Cape Coast and Kumasi. Now, let's talk about, before we step into serious action, let's talk about Knii Lante. Who exactly is Knii Lante? Your upbringing, where did you grow up? You understand me? What type of parents were you born to? Tell us about that.
Okay, first of all, big up Legacy, big up, Asaase Radio, Yaad Settingz, and
Respect.
Producers, and everybody's holding down the program.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, I was born in Ghana,
Yeah.
And the bigger picture, I'm African,
Definitely.
Yeah. And from when I was a kid, I realized I like to sing and imitate singers, So I kept doing that, and I had the opportunity to learn a little bit of piano.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember at the age of like 6, there was a piano recital at the British Council,
Mm-hmm.
and I played actually,
Mm-hmm.
and I sang alongside one jazz great called Mr. George Francois.
Mm-hmm.
So those were like the formative years, and then in school,
Mm-hmm.
I started getting more interested in the music, and we formed a band, and
Mm-hmm.
we're playing in Achimota, Presec, and all sorts of places, GIS and things. And then I met Roots Anabo,
Mm-hmm.
and I met Nate
Mm-hmm.
Azu,
Mm-hmm.
and the two of them, sort of woke me up and said, look, guy, why you they write your own songs?
Mm-hmm.
Why you they play band and things? Because you sing very well and you perform quite well. So I started looking at that. I started writing my first songs, and it started from there. I went to the university, and I just couldn't stop playing the music.
Mm-hmm.
So in the university, I put out a song called Mike Bono.
Mm-hmm.
Alonte Dinko Akaba for what thing.
Mm-hmm.
Way back then, I was playing a lot of Afro pop
Mm-hmm.
music, but I always had the love for reggae, because growing up, my old man used to listen to Bob Marley a lot. Bob Marley, Jimmy Cliff, and them elders for reggae inside, and so I picked up the influence. So yeah, so that's how it happened. Reggae started coming into the picture gradually, and I met a man way after I'd qualified from the medical school and everything. I'd done my specialty in internal medicine. I met this guy called Mr. Ken Beaumont. He was a Jamaican elder in Accra.
Mm-hmm.
And he went to Jamaica and invited me there. So that was my first trip to Jamaica.
Wow.
Because I told him I always wanted to go to Jamaica and explore the possibilities of recording.
Mm-hmm.
So when the possibility came, I had 3 weeks.
Wow.
3 weeks, I wrote 14 songs.
Wow.
Yeah, all at Labadi Beach. Charlie,
In 3 weeks.
I swear, every morning, I go sit there from morning to late afternoon. Morning to late afternoon, morning. And the reason was that, I was going to Jamaica. I wasn't really sure who I was going to work with and things. And I said, oh, I've got some very nice songs written, but let me reserve my good songs. Let me write some songs first and test them out. If I travel and I test them out and they are good, I'll come back for my good songs and then go there. So that'd be the reasoning, quite amateurish, but, that was the beginnings, That time, man was allowed to make these kind of mistakes. But then they turned out beautiful. I mean, these are some of the songs, Baby Take Good Care, House of Pain, and all those songs. They were written within that time period. And then I went to Jamaica. I had the opportunity to record with Mr. Mikey Bennett. And Mikey Bennett was working on one of the songs, and he says, no, I think the best person to work on this song is Mr. Dean Fraser. And then they invited Dean Fraser too, and he came on board. Great producers. But, all along, I'd been working with local producers to producers within here, Ghana, Mr. Zap Mallet and, Genius Selection, later on Joe, and all great guys. It's just that, the industry no set up too well, but great guys, and I'm grateful to all of them and the current producers I'm working with and those I'll be working with. So then we released the reggae album.
Now, in Jamaica now, before we even come to the reggae album, how were you able to get Queen Africa and Cherry Anderson?
Yeah, it's actually not difficult. Jamaicans are very blunt, And if
they will do it, they will do it.
Yeah, if you present a work and they don't like it, they'll tell you, guy, I don't like this track. You know what I mean? They're not gonna do like I go do. They're not good. They are very blunt. And if your singing is not up to point, they'll tell you, guy, go back and work on your singing before you come. They're very, very blunt, I'd recorded a demo version of the Baby Take Good Care. And I sent it to Mr. Don Green in Jamaica. And he said, I was telling him that, look, this song, for me, it's a song that would need a female. It's like a duet. Because the inspiration, they give me like duet, So I told Mr. Don Green, and Don Green says, okay, look, he knows Tony Rebel. So he'll pitch the song to Tony Rebel and see if Tony
something
Rebel
can be
would
done.
like the song. And then when the song went to Tony Rebel, Queen Africa wrote back. And she was like, she loves the song and she'd like to do it, And she did it for nothing, absolutely nothing, And when the song came out, I remember Mikey Bennett told me, this is probably going to be one of your best memorable songs. And I said, But there's a funny history to that song, Baby Take Good Care, when I recorded it here in Ghana, like the demo, before I presented it to Mikey Bennett and stuff, I really didn't like the song. I didn't like it at all. And I remembered when a rehearsal one day and Delphina came, one of the members in the team, she came and then she was like, yo, this song must be recorded. And I really flared up because I said, look, this is a cheap song. Charlie, throw them away somewhere. So I really got angry that night, actually. And then the next day, another person, Kento whispered to me that, Charlie, the song where, they were talking about, I should consider doing it, So I said, really? So then I went to the studio with Joe and we completed the song and we sent it. And that was that was it. So sometimes the songs which you the artist, you like.
Was there any particular reason why you didn't like the song?
I thought it wasn't complex enough. Way back then, I used to love groups like Steel Pulse. I used to listen to Steel Pulse a lot.
Yes.
And Steel Pulse be a group that Steel Pulse, Third World. When they are playing, you are hearing reggae, but you are hearing jazz, you are hearing R&B, you are hearing all sorts of things going on. So that culture sort of influenced me that, look, if I'm going to do something, I should do it to the highest level. I shouldn't just do childish kind of thing. So for my mind inside, that's what I thought. Oh, baby, take good care of yourself. If it sounded like some, hey, Charlie, that one rather catch fire. Yeah, so that's how it is.
All right. So what about Cherry Anderson?
Yeah, so Sharon Anderson was in Jamaica too. She was rehearsing
Mhm.
at the studio where I was working.
Wow.
You know, she was
She's giving me a tough time, huh?
she had done a film with was it
Yeah.
Mali
Yeah, Kimani
One
Mali.
Love, and the song was blowing up all over the world.
Mhm.
I mean, the film was blowing up all over the world.
Mhm.
And so one day she was in rehearsal, and I asked Mikey Bennett that, Charlie, I'd like to record with the lady, and he was like, "Wow, this is going to be a difficult one, but if I like, we can go to the rehearsal room." So I just go to one corner for the rehearsal room.
Mhm.
I see how in temperament day and everything she finished recording.
Oh, you were studying her.
Yeah, I was there. I still say queer and staff hour. So I tell Mikey, Charlie, this one day for talk for me. You know, so I don't know how Mikey, I think he played a couple of things that was recording,
Mhm.
and she was like, "Oh, okay, Charlie," you know. And of course, Queen Africa's things too had been done. So I think, yeah, with the combination of the two and the recommendations, she came on board. And I remember we had a great time in the studio.
Easy.
Oh man. Yeah, Charlie, she's a great singer. Great, but she gets some wicked sense of humor too. Yeah.
Say it.
Asaase Radio.
Yeah.
This is Asaase Radio 21 going into the R2 here on Yaad Settingz.
Easy.
101 with a reggae artist and a physician, Dr. Knii Lante.
Easy.
We're still in Jamaica.
Yeah.
So the album now, what happened to it? How did you end that?
Well, we recorded the album.
Mhm.
We did a launch in Jamaica, a minor launch in Jamaica with the intention of doing the proper launch in Accra.
Mhm.
And I came to Accra, but for some reason, we never got to do that launch. I can't even lay my finger on why. But the songs were ending up on DJs' desks and
Mhm.
you know, on radio and stuff. So we really didn't launch it properly, you know, in Accra here. And the songs came out and they did quite well. Like, you know, Baby Take Good Care.
Mhm.
Did a lot for us, and some of the other songs as well. And on the throes of that, I mean, when I went for a tour, when I was recording, I went on a small tour of Jamaica. So I mean, people liked the songs. I mean, there was a lot of love, and then came the discussion about Rebel Salute. You know that, I mean, if I'm getting this kind of love, because I remember I went on Jamaica. Was it JBC or something? One of their biggest stations, and I had a whole lot of love from there. So then the discussions about Rebel Salute started, and first there was an attempt by Miss is it Parquet?
Mhm.
Parquet had tried to send me to Rebel Salute
Mhm.
earlier on, or he came with that information, but it didn't work out. You know,
Mhm.
so at the back of my mind, you know, we always had Rebel Salute. So when the opportunity came, we seized it, and then we were there. That was like in, I think, 2014 or 2015 or something like that. Yeah. So back to the album. On the throes of releasing the album, then this Celebration came in. You know, went and performed at Celebration. More exposure to Afro beats and what Afro people are doing, you know. So I thought, look, why don't I start combining reggae music with the Afro beats thing, you know, or Afro pop.
Mhm.
So I started recording some songs where you'd see that there's reggae, but at the same time there's
So kind of Afro
that-
kind of mix and all
exactly.
that.
So there was a song like Have Fun,
Mhm.
you know, that was in my mind, something like that. And then
Mhm.
Boots Off. You
Mhm.
know, you hear the reggae and the R&B, but you also hear the Afro trying to come in. And
Mhm.
I've got a couple of them which have been recorded now. You know, it's I think it can become a subgenre within the reggae thing, you know, if implemented very well, because it comes out with very interesting results.
Mhm.
You know, reggae on Afro beats. It's beautiful. And you can see a lot of the Afrobeat stars have reggae backgrounds. I mean, artists like I mean, Pato Rankin, Burna Boy, Wizkid. I mean, when they sing, you know that they have reggae in them.
The videos and
nobody
all
will
that.
tell you. Two-Face.
Yeah, Two-Face.
Nobody will tell you now. They might try to hide it, but it's in their genes.
Yeah, definitely.
You know, so yeah. Me, I always say reggae and Afrobeats, they're like cousins.
Definitely.
Or yeah, they come from the same stock.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely.
So
But Knii Lante,
yeah.
Looking into what you've done, going to Jamaica to record a whole album, doing a launch over there, going back to perform at Rebel Salute, and all that. The attention that you needed, have you got that from Ghanaians?
Okay. This goes to the question of, you know, these things which I do, I combine them with the practice of the medicine as well.
Okay.
Right? So there is some limitation, you know, when it comes to combining these two professions, because they are very big. I mean, medicine itself is an issue.
Definitely.
And when you throw music into it, then you know it's crazy. So most of these things were done at a time when I didn't even have full concentration on the music, you know. But surprisingly, Jah was just kept smiling at me, and like, you know, things continued happening. I'd put out a song, I wouldn't really launch it that well, but you would be there, Lagazi, Pablo, you know, and all them guys, you know, Black Santino. They would just pick it up and start playing it, and the thing would catch on, you know. So I guess that is one of the reasons why it didn't blow up as much as we thought it should blow up, because there was some form of attention, you know, a division of attention between medicine and reggae. You know, it's still there though, but I've learned over the years now how to manage the two. I know how I've scheduled my time, cut off some time, shed some time for music also to come and things, you know.
Okay.
So it's getting actually more exciting and beautiful now. Unfortunately, and we're having a little bit of challenges as far as investments and getting a record label and things are concerned, because I really want to come out with the songs we have now packed and lined up. These are like, I mean, they can be world toppers, I can tell you, hands down.
Yeah.
And if you doubt it, I'm inviting you to the studio. Come for a listening and come and tell them what you heard. You know, and these songs are songs which we can't afford to throw away
just like that.
So what we're doing is we sometimes throw in some songs to just keep, you know,
the momentum
and the memory going. But what we have are really big killers, and we're looking at making some moves to some other places. You know, we're looking at hitting Nigeria this year, hitting South Africa probably, you know, and trying to get some record labels or, you know, some investors, people who have money to be involved in this thing, so we can take it to the levels. I mean, the levels to which Burna Boy, Wizkid, Rocky Downey, they are taking it. That's where we want to take it to, you know.
All right, Doc. So, a lot of industry people are saying that as an artist, you must have a team, you must have your PR must do this A, B, C, D. You know, sometimes if it demands for you to pay, you have to pay and all that, because TV stations over here, they won't show your video for free. You understand me? You have to go and pay huge sums of money for them to play, you know, your video from, you know, from the beginning of the month to the end. You have to pay big money and all that kind of thing, you know. So in recent time, a lot of communications, you know, are kind of going on in terms of artists don't do all those things. They sit down in their corners and they expect that the media should do everything for them and all that. What is your take on that?
Well, I don't really have a take. The reason why I'm saying this is that there's really no form. I mean, I've sat back, observed, and I've seen that people blow in different ways. You know, somebody might have the tightest of teams, but will not blow.
You pay all the money,
but will not blow.
Will not blow.
And when you hear the amount of money which some people sink into projects and nothing comes out, is mind-boggling and frightening. And then you have some other artists come out, they don't have nothing, you know, they just go on Instagram, they just do something,
and boom,
God shines on that thing. But you know, but that other way where, I mean, people just blow like that is very rare.
Yeah, seriously.
It is very rare. So don't take the exception as the rule.
Definitely.
You know, the rule is that money is what is working the music industry now. I mean, you need investors. If you don't have investors, probably forget it, because I mean, everything takes money. Playlisting, you know, being in the best playlists, being invited to shows, you have to pitch, you have to have managers, you have to be paying. I mean, it's all, you know, hype, radio hype, television, you know, it's showbiz now. You understand? So if you don't have money, you can't compete. I mean, one of our big artists I know of, Afrobeats, he has a strong root to Ghana. I don't want to mention his name, but says on YouTube, I mean, sometimes he spends an average of $4,000 to push a song. I mean, and when you look at what we are doing, you know what I mean?
$4,000
for YouTube alone, you know, pushing your song so you get your millions and millions of views, you know. So, yeah, money is at the bottom of everything now. And if you don't have an investor, it makes it very, very difficult.
Wow. King McCarthy, a shy man, Lebanon Zone 5. Big up yourself, man. He said he's feeling the vibe, and trust me, Knii Lante is doing well. You know what I mean? Yeah, man. Yeah, man. We give thanks. Exactly 31 gone into the hour.
Easy.
This is Asaase Radio. Doc, also, at a point in time, there was this reggae rising kind of movement where you and other artists collectively came together as one to be playing at some particular spots and all that. It started well. People were kind of enjoying and all that. And all of a sudden, it's like someone would say, like, they put pause on it. And I couldn't see it again. And I've been asking myself that, what actually is going on? Reggae people sing peace, love, unity, and all that. So why can't we move forward? Why can't we do something together? What exactly is the problem, Doc?
Speaking to Reggae Rising, I mean, yes, Reggae Rising achieved a lot. The idea came about after, you know, Muta Baruka, Tony Rebel had come to visit Ghana, and we put up a surprise performance for them at Plus 233. And they were so freaked out, and, you know, it's just sparked on fire, and all the artists who were on stage that night. I mean, we were just calling up all the reggae artists we knew, and everybody was just responding. They'd love to be on the stage. And that night it was just fire, you know. So after that, a couple of us, through discussions and stuff, especially me, Jawai, and, you know, and the others, through discussions and stuff, you know, saw the wisdom in getting together to form a movement. Because we said reggae is so orphanized. You know what I mean? It's like, yeah, there's nobody who speaks for reggae, you know. And if you're a reggae artist, you really go struggle. There were all these producers who were all into Afro pop, Afro beats, Afro this, and reggae. Who really, which production house is there that actually takes care of even reggae artists, 2 or 3 reggae artists? There's none, you know. So we said, look, with this kind of competition, when you want to overcome something, like the great Kwame Nkrumah says, you know, unity is the thing. So we said, okay, if we put ourselves together and we put our resources together, if I bring 5 CDs, Jawai brings 5 CDs, you know, Osajifo brings 5 CDs, we'll be able to put up a 15 CD kind concert. But if you leave it to the individual, maybe me, I'm not going to raise the 15 CDs, you know. And when we started doing that and pooling our resources and things, we saw that things were happening. We were able to afford to go and perform in certain places we would not perform at, either because of money or because of maybe Yasmin has a certain contact, which I don't have. But through that contact, we all appear on stage together. So it was like a little bit of mirroring of the Zinc Fence family and what they were also doing, you know, kind of thing. And it started bearing fruit. I mean, I remember now Morgan Heritage started following us, you know, and other big artists, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Suddenly their interest was there. The water that was poured on the thing, I don't think it was intentional, you know. We wanted to take it to the bigger level,
Mm-hmm.
and there were diverging views about how we would do that.
Mm-hmm.
I was of the view that, look, let's just continue the way we are continuing and pooling resources, because I don't see anybody coming to help us. It'd be we for help on ourselves. And if we do it and it becomes attractive, people go come on board. And indeed, I mean, TV3 called us to come and perform there. I mean, Root Title was very instrumental in all these things. TV3 called us come and perform. I mean, for the first time in TV3, here were reggae artists, 4 of us or 5 of us live on stage. This one will perform, then this one. It was like mini Rebel Salute on TV.
Definitely.
And Charlie, you know, a patient came, an old man, he about a 60-year-old man or 70-year-old man. Let me say 70-year-old man. He came to the clinic, and we were calling him to come in. He said no, he didn't. He's waiting after everybody has gone. And we were like, why? You know. And so I treated all these patients from 7. I finished like 2, 3 o'clock. Then the old man walks into the clinic. I said, yes, what's your problem? And he says, Doc, I only came here to congratulate you, because on Saturday or Sunday or so, I watched the TV3 program.
Yeah.
You know, and I hadn't seen reggae artists performing like this. I mean, and the enthusiasm and the the brotherhood and everything, and on such a stage. I mean, now TV3 and stuff. So he was really, really. He said the way we were commanding the bands on stage was very, very impressive and things. And Reggae Rising played only live band. We know they do.
Yeah. Pull up.
No.
It's not live, that is dead.
Yeah, man. You know, so yeah, that was an exciting time. So, like I'm saying, I mean, I was of the opinion that we should help ourselves, you know, and gradually the thing will grow. Others too thought that, look, let's step up and do it more professional, get managers to manage the thing, because clearly the thing has a lot of potential. I mean, Ivory Coast, I mean, they have a festival, a reggae festival, one of the biggest reggae festivals in the world. I mean, they actually wrote to us and were interested in having us, you know, come about, you know, if, you know, the time came. So these were like very promising times. If so, we were to take a decision on which route to go, you know, but things slow down, and then Charlie,
it died out.
You know, because you know, I think the decision to get managers held sway. And then, you know, getting the managers started becoming a problem. You know, getting the managers to come and run it, you know, because they go demand money. And if you don't have money, then you can't go. So eventually, everything just clogged up, and then, you know.
All right. So 37 got into the R2. This one is coming from Skelly Dread. Skelly is all the way in New Zealand.
Wow.
He said, matter of fact, he's the tour manager for Steel Pulse.
Wow.
So he said, Steel Pulse, we just got to New Zealand after 4 days of traveling and severe weather conditions. Wow. Large up to Dr. Knii Lante.
Big up, Skelly.
Skelly.
Big up, Skelly.
Anywhere you find yourself, large up, Skelly.
Big soldier.
Yeah. Me nah lie. And Nana Yakwa of Asaase 100.3. You understand me? 100.3 in Cape Coast says, yo, listen, make sure you go online and download the Asaase app and make sure you tune in, because the fire is blazing.
Easy.
Nana, big up yourself, man. You understand me? Coming from Jerry Ellie Chichidudu. He said, big up, you know, to Dr. Knii Lante every time. You understand me? Large up every time.
Large up yourself.
You know what I mean? Yeah, man. You can also keep your messages coming via 0200 00995.
Easy.
Yeah, man. And let's reason over here. Now, Doc, you were doing, before Reggae Rising, you were doing this weekend bashment, you know, at your end. Was it on Fridays or something like that in the evenings? You understand me? It was kind of, you alone before adding other artists like a karaoke night and all that. And look, it was so fun. And to me, I would have wished that you would bring that thing back. On a more serious note, at least, for people to come through. You see, I keep wondering almost all the time, when it comes to reggae in Ghana, we sing about peace, we sing about love, we sing about unity. But the problem is we can't do anything together for it to last long. Before you say, this one will say, fire burn that.
Easy.
This one will say, burn that, man. Yo, you can't chat to me in that way. Yo. You see, all these things are things we need to put aside. You understand me? And come together as one and build up this industry. When you step in the Afrobeat sector, check all the artists, like the Kelvin Boy, the Kwesi Artists, the King Promise, and all those guys are sort of united in certain ways. They support each other and all that. But when it comes to our side, there's always problem. Oh, this one be anti-Rasta. Oh, forget them. You understand me? And this thing is kind of killing the reggae industry. So, Doc, to me, I feel like you need to bring that thing back.
Yeah, I mean, that was a platform that forged, unity, no doubt. And because other artists were passing through a lot, and then it became bigger and bigger and bigger, and now, collaborations were born from that thing and stuff. It grew into something else. But this unity problem you are talking about, I'm not too sure if even in the Afrobeats arena it is all milk and honey,
rosy.
Yeah, man. Because right now I do some Afrobeats as well. I'm now deep in the Afrobeats reggae thing. Charlie, I mean, for example, Sack just featured on Stereotop, right?
Yeah.
By Bob Marley,
Yeah.
Island Records. And I woke up in the morning and I was feeling cool, I was like, whoa, Sack, man, you're killing the shit. Sorry. Sorry. I mean, to be on Island, man,
Yeah.
Bob Marley, Charlie. So, we just go tweet, Sack, yeah, man, big up yourself and for putting us on the Charlie. The backlash. What? I mean, it was crazy. I mean, a whole conversation generated from that. I mean, and there was fight. I mean, groups of fans, this person in fans go come, talk say they see what Sack do, and this person too go. It was all messy. And I was like, what? Charlie Ghana, man. What would happen if, we could all bury all these hatchets and you see Sack win or go perform, or even Chatawale performs Beyonce and Stonebwoy and Sack, and everybody's tweeting, big up Ghana, big up, and we are all supporting each other. I'm sure we'd go very, very far. But these divisions, into groups of fans and nations and these things, I don't
Empires.
know. I don't know how it's helping us, because we have taken it so seriously that, artist A's fans will not be tolerant to listen to artist B simply because they are artist A fans, and B's fans will do it vice versa. I mean, this does not grow the music industry in any way. Because, look, if Sony Records decide that they want to come and set up a place here, and as for these companies, they want money, bottom line. It's got money, they are coming. Not because they think Ghanaians are best singers or look nice or anything. They want to make profit. So if they come here and they say, look, man, they've seen that artist A has a huge following, artist B has a huge following. Let's put them together on one song and make even more money. It won't happen because artist A's fans and artist B's fans, they don't even agree. So we are even killing our attractiveness to the international recording industry by this thing we are doing, and it's time. I think we have to put a stop. I mean, this past week I've really seen how toxic, the situation as far as fans and people who are following music, online and things is. I mean, and this won't augur well for our country and our industry at all. When you look at our brothers in Nigeria, I don't think that they have that. I mean, yeah, they might have their petty beefs, but they don't carry it to the extent as we kill each other. Actually, we actually kill each other. And it's just terrible. So yeah, that's something that
Easy.
I don't think that the Afrobeats people, they are also okay, they might be even a little bit more organized and more united a little bit, but they also have the same problem there. Ghana, we have some problem and we have to solve that thing.
How do we solve the problem? Now, you can.
The people where they call themselves the gatekeepers, they are the ones who can solve this problem, Seth. Thinking about it. Because they are the influencers and things. They are the ones who can actually influence everybody to appreciate everybody. But when we have the mentality that this new artist, this new rapper has come, who is he coming to remove? And we are we are supporting it on as pundits and things, and that doesn't help. So big up to the pundits who are always, for unity and pushing, strength and oneness and things,
All right.
I think that is the way to go.
All right. So, Kwasi Black says, more fire, Dr. Knii Lante.
Yeah.
Shamo Alvis says, my first time watching Knii Lante perform live was at Samini Fest at Dansoman. I was like, what? This is musician. His freestyle with Samini, knock off my feet. Wow.
Samini is the brother,
Yeah. Junior Maestro says, musical tribalism, it go kill the vibe.
Shall I kill him already, Seth? It's terrible.
Aita Bingi says, Ghana itself get issues.
Even Rocky Seth, they face the same thing.
Yeah.
Rocky he's been put up for a Grammy nomination. I mean, and maybe I'm not everywhere online, but I'm not seeing that unity in musicians in even bigging him up, and giving him strength. Because when we do that, then the international world also begin to look at the artist more critically. But it's like he's a sole ranger there, and nobody really cares whether he wins, he doesn't win. Yeah, but
it's sad.
It's sad. But there are reasons also for everything. So everything for be looked into, and
all right. So you can call in now. Yeah, you understand me. Let's pick some few calls. 020 020 000 9951 020 000 9951 or 0549 157777. You can call in now and ask any question you want to ask.
Easy.
I have Knii Lante in the building. You know what I mean? Yes, he did say, if we are to put aside these camps, empires, this musical politics, if we can put that aside, trust me, Ghana music industry will always win. On a more serious note. But because we are not doing that, we are where we are today. Doc, what is in the future line for you?
Oh, well, like I said, we're for us right now, the immediate concern is exploratory. We are exploiting our collaborations with other artists from other countries as well, and the possibility of getting deals, record deals, and things like that. Meeting other producers and things. That is what we are really looking at for the beginning of this year. But then we'll be putting out our songs as usual. We're putting out singles. We have a single lining up, and that song is a really great song. It's a song, a motivational song for the country at large, and it's a really great song. It's called GH Gold. So just watch out for it. It's coming. It's wicked. And it's reggae.
All right. All right. So, Doc, 49 gone into the R2 on Asaase Radio. I would like us to do this. You understand me?
Yeah.
You know, anytime I have an artist in the studio, I try to play something for people to know that this artist is not just a wannabe artist. You know what I mean? And I have Doc in the building, but I don't know. My producer is signaling me that we have somebody on the line, but you know, really and truly. Okay, hello.
Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon. What is your name? Where are you calling from?
My name is Theo, calling from Tema.
From Tema. We have Knii Lante in the house.
Yeah, I love the song that you played anyway. And I learned a bit about what you said, how they put resources together to organize themselves to push up stuff. This is where I've taken my notes from. It is a wonderful, and I think they should keep it up.
Okay.
I'm learning from that side.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right, respect. Hello.
Also, one thing that I would suggest is,
what is your name and where are you calling from?
You know, dance or collaboration with Samini, and then a conscious root reggae. Yeah, that's my suggestion to you. Yeah.
Boss, what is your name? Where are you calling from?
I am Chichidudu. I'm calling from Hawaii.
Okay. All right. Chichidudu from Hawaii. All right.
Yeah,
okay.
Thank you, sir.
Give thanks, Chichidudu.
Noted.
All right. So he wants a collaboration with you and Samini and all that. It's nice. It's nice. You know what I mean?
Actually, we are speaking about it.
Oh, really?
Me and Samini, we start talking about from the like the ending of last year. So I think you should expect something coming.
See it there? See it there? All right. So we have some few more minutes to go away. Let's do this, Doc.
Easy.
Yeah, Knii Lante on the mic. Check it out, yeah. Give me the roots, radical. Give me the roots, radical. Give me the roots, radical. Yeah, reggae sabbatical. Give me the roots, radical. Give me the roots. Give me the roots, Lord. Reggae sabbatical. Monday, strictly roots on Tuesday. Pick up the dub on Wednesday. Thursday, reggae still alive.
Empty, Doc. How you mean?
Oh.
This is live in the studio.
Yeah.
This is real talent, man. Ghana, listen.
Yeah. Give me the roots, radical. Give me the roots, radical. Give me the roots, radical. Reggae sabbatical. Give me the roots, radical. Give me the roots. Give me the roots, radical. Reggae sabbatical. Yeah. Monday, strictly roots on Tuesday. Pick up the dub on Wednesday and Thursday. Reggae still alive. Ital on Friday. Hold the Sabbath on Saturday. Pick the boombox in Asaase on Sunday. Why? Reggae still alive. Give me the roots, radical. Give me the roots, radical. Give me the roots, radical. Reggae stop.
For the last time though. How you mean?
Yo. Adiachi, you know. Feeling kinda lazy. Yes. Give me the roots, radical. Give me the roots, radical. Give me the roots, radical. Reggae sabbatical. Give me the roots, radical. Give me the roots, radical. Give me the roots, radical. Reggae sabbatical. Whoa, Monday, strictly roots on what?
Tuesday.
Reggae still alive. I tell on Friday. Oh, the Sabbath on Saturday. Boombox with me on Sunday with Lagazi in Asaase.
Radio.
Reggae still alive. Ooh, give me the roots.
Radical.
Give me the roots.
Radical.
Give me the roots.
Radical.
Reggae sabbatical. Give me the roots.
Radical.
Give me the roots.
Radical.
Give me the roots, the roots.
Radical.
Reggae sabbatical. We sing to bring liberation. We sing to bring revolution. People celebration. Before the what? From roots rock to the lovers rock. One station. Reggae still alive. Give me the roots.
Radical.
Give me the roots, roots.
Radical.
Give me the roots.
Radical. Reggae sabbatical.
Give me the roots.
Radical.
Give me the roots, yeah.
Radical.
Give me the roots, yeah.
Radical.
Reggae
Sabbatical.
From Kingston, from Jamestown,
From Atechem. From Asaase. Yeah.
That you bad.
Yo. Let me take some few comments. You understand me? And let's move on. Aita Bingi says we can still keep the empires and still look out for each other. It's just a matter of clean heart and pure thoughts. Seeing, all right, good. Black Pullover says, hey, Doc, GH Gold is my favorite. Skunk.
He heard the song already. He heard the song already. He heard the song.
People some get feel like we are no get. You know?
Yeah.
Big up to Kapasta. Kapasta is all the way. Kapasta Ambandi is all the way in Norway. And he sent in fire emoji for Dr. Knii Lante. Apache says the fan base they kill Ghana music. Simple, Doc. Coming from Apache. And Apache says, King, you know, say Knii Lante is the first African to play Rebel Salute. Way before Patu Rankin and all them African musicians. He's a great singer. I'm a musician myself. It's not easy to do Afro and reggae. Shouts to Knii Lante.
Big up, give thanks.
Ata Nicola says, big up to Doc. I'm listening to you all the way from Punky Darling. Punky Darling Bar. BQ, opposite of Hatchland City. Yeah, man. All right. I'm sure it's not Ghana.
Punky Darling. Let's seriously. Punky Darling.
Inner Flame says, man like Knii Lante is of king.
Inner Flame, big up. Inner Flame, big up.
The messages are coming. We have 2 more minutes to go away. I have 2 songs I have to play from Doc before we wrap it up. Doc, before I leave you finally, your word of advice, to the youngsters. And I know we're going to do this again because now I'm following everybody. You understand me? So I want us to bring this reggae thing to a higher height where people will kind of run after us again. Let's start that thing over there in DC. You understand me?
Yeah,
at least we have the platform now. We will advertise it, Doc.
Give thanks.
You understand me?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, I mean, like I won't go for some big advice, but Charlie, right around the corner, we they see what they happen. A lot of food poisoning, and there are real diseases and things. I can't let go of that. So Charlie, as we they chill and we day town and we they eat, and stuff. Let's watch where we are buying the food for. The people who are preparing the food to, I beg, try wash your hands and keep the hygiene going, because we can't lose people, 9 people, 8 people dying to food poisoning, you know, in this day and age now, Charlie, he had. So yeah, I mean, let's take care of ourselves. Good health first. Remember, that'll be the first thing. Jah first, then good health, and then everything will follow. And just keep doing what you are doing as far as you know what you are doing is good, and you are standing for the truth. 52
All right.
ambulances.
Apache says, King, please play me Boots Off. I'll play that. Aita Bingi says, somebody were doing Stevenson the back. You think a joke?
Easy.
Doc. Yeah. Do you have anybody to say shouts to?
Yeah, shouts to Deluge Entertainment, the members, you know, everybody was helping us, you know. Yes, all the fans and the followers on social media. Big ups to King Legacy, the Yaad Settingz and crew, and everybody who's been supporting Knii Lante over the years. The producers, Beat God, Genius Selection, Mr. Mason, you know. Guys, just watch. Fire they come.
Definitely.
Fire they come.
All right. Your social media.
Yeah, KNIILANTE. Knii Lante is Knii Lante with a K in front. So KNIILANTE. We are everywhere. Boomplay. Everywhere. Audio Mac everywhere. Social, YouTube. Everywhere, Twitter, Instagram, maybe Snapway, Charlie, I know hot for there, but
everywhere
they come. Twitter to catch fire. So big up to the team, man.
All right.
Big up, yeah.
I would like to say big respect to my producers, Naro Bawa, Debbie Day, Junior Maestro.
Easy.
Big up.
Technician on duty, man like Joseph. I would like to say big respect to my program director. The one named Nana Utujando, large up anywhere you find yourself. You understand me? And to my CEO, Knii George Anda, anywhere you find yourself. Salute!
Easy.
No more. Bale
Easy.
Yo, Flu, big up yourself, man. You understand me? And Doc, thanks so much for coming.
Thank you, too,
understand
Charlie
me?
Laga. It's always
Yes,
a good platform, you know. Asaase and not be small thing.
I mean, I tell you,
know.
Easy.
nationwide.
Big station that, you know.
All right, so what do you say a prayer? Say one for us. I'm leaving you in the hands of Dr. Knii Lante. He's got a new one called I Just Wanna.
I just wanna is actually not new. We dropped it last year or so. Last year, last year. You know, I just want to. It's an Afrobeat song,
Okay.
so it's something just to change,
All right.
refresh you a little bit.
All right. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, we're gone. We'll be here next week to serve God and country. Love.
Easy.